I intend to pass through Macedonia, and perhaps I will stay with you or even spend the winter, so that you may help me on my journey wherever I go, but I will stay in Ephesus until Pentecost, for a wide door of effective work has opened to me, and there are many adversities. It is Thursday, the 4th day of August, 2022. Clive Walsh here, encouraging you to join me as I read the devotional thought for today, trusting that God will minister to you and will have something specific for you to build you up and encourage you in your walk with Him. And today's devotional thought is entitled, No Ideal Place. And the verses today, 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verses 5 and 6, as well as verses 8 and 9. And it reads, I intend to pass through Macedonia, and perhaps I will stay with you or even spend the winter, so that you may help me on my journey wherever I go, but I will stay in Ephesus until Pentecost, for a wide door of effective work has opened to me, and there are many adversities. That's 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verses 5 and 6, as well as verses 8 and 9. Alistair Begg writes, There are many reasons to admire the Apostle Paul, but here is one that is little mentioned. He was always planning ahead. He was static about nothing. He was like a general prodding over a map in the battle headquarters saying, Now, where can we advance next? Where can we send the next group of troops? Where can we find the enemy? Because of his righteous ambition, he didn't remain comfortable anywhere for very long. Here is what we can learn from Paul. There is no ideal place in which to serve God, but we can always serve God where we are. He writes in his letter about ministering in such widely diverse places as Ephesus, Macedonia, and Corinth, but irrespectful of geography. He realized that all he was supposed to do was evangelize unbelievers and encouraging Christians. When his service was complete in one location, he knew he was called to move onward. Paul was not concerned about comfort or convenience. He didn't aspire to take up residence in a little cottage on the Adriatic Sea in a snug retirement. Even when he could say that a wide door of effective work has opened to me, still there were many adversities. He accepted the challenge as they came and considered opportunities a great privilege rather than a hindrance. So many of us are conditioned to believe that if we're in communion with God and if we're really in the place we should be, life will go smoothly. This may be a prevalent notion, but it's also an unbiblical one. Do you really think we can stand against Satan and not face his fiery darts? Do you think we can invade enemy territory and not meet opposition? We are not called to be people who live complacently in cozy, comfortable Christian communities that know no resistance. It is possible to dampen our witness so much that we're ineffective for Christ, but that doesn't have to be the case, nor should it be. The same conditions that Paul faced surrounding us today, idolatry, sexual immorality, racism, religious bigotry, and a host of other evils. You have an opportunity in the midst of opposition, no matter where God plants you, to serve His kingdom. As my dear friend Eric Alexander once told me, there is no ideal place to serve God except where He has set you down. And that's the reading of our devotional thought for today. I'd like to read that last line once again that Eric Alexander told Alistair. There is no ideal place to serve God except where He has set you down. Wherever you have been set down today, that's exactly where God wants you to serve Him. So do so with gladness of heart, knowing that you are privileged to serve the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Well, Clive Walsh here, reminding those of you going through the Scriptures in a year that your assignment today Psalm 66 and 67, as well as the book of Acts, chapter 23, verses 16 through 35, and may God richly